Hello and welcome to String Expertise with Larsen Strings. My name is Dr. Thomas Wieg. I am head of the product development at Larsen Strings, and today I will show you how to change the strings on your instrument. We have a cello here, and when changing strings, it's important you start with the lowest strings because these are the less sensitive strings. The A string on the cello is always the most sensitive, so this is the one we change last. So when we start with the C string, we loosen the peg and remove slowly the string. Be careful that you don't make scratches on the belly. Important is when you always think about when you place your cello or your instrument, have something soft below, not to make scratches on the belly. So today we will put our canon, direct and focus strings on the instrument. The idea is to give this cello more projection and more clarity and more directness in the sound. That's why we choose these strings. As I said, I start with the C string. And this string is double pegged to protect inside. We have it in a plastic leaf so that humidity cannot destroy the strings during transport or storage. And before we begin to put the string on, we need to put a soft pencil, which is a kind of a dry lubrication, to the cavities in the bridge here and in the upper nut. And remember, it has to be a soft pencil and it has to be a sharp pencil because you need to get in the bottom of the groove. The idea of this pencil is to allow the string to move when we tune the strings, when we stretch the string. So because without this lubrication here, we will pull on the bridge and we will introduce tension in this and we will lose energy. So we start. The C string is the most sensitive for breakage because it has the shortest distance here from the upper nut to the peg, the sharpest bending down to the peg. And we have to check that we avoid to bend this part, which is the stiff part of the string, which is the playing part of the string. We check the length like this. And we can immediately recognize here is a risk that we will bend this part of the string around the peg. So we have here a risk for breakage. What we have to do is we have to flex the last 2 centimeters, 3 centimeters of the string. And we do it with our little towel by making like this. This is always, the risk is for the C string because it's bended sharp here. And for the A string, same situation. You have to check the length that it fits because length is very depending on your instrument size, on the size of the string holder. So that's why please check this. So now we can mount the string at the peg. Make a little knot in the beginning where we move first to the opposite direction and then go over, and now we move to the peg box wall. When we mounted the string, we just check and then we stretch the string like this. As you can see, the string dropped down in frequency. So this is because of this stretching, and the idea of stretching is either to make the sound more uniform, but as well to shorten the playing in time. We are done. Last, we check the position of our bridge. It has to be perpendicular to the belly, which is fine at the moment. And this is especially because we use the lubrication. That's why we don't pull the bridge during tuning. And what is important as well is that you check with your fingers when you're gliding above the bridge that you still feel the strings. When you don't feel the strings anymore, your bridge is worn out and you need to make a replacement or ask your Wallenmaker because there's a risk to break the strings. That's it. For more guides and information, please follow Larsen Strings on our homepage and on social media. Happy playing!